quick tip of the day, number 2 episode. I get this question asked more than once a day: Jolly, what should be my first mod or next mod? And simply put, I can't answer that. Without a little help from you, you're going to have to narrow that search down quite a lot. First off, what you want to look into: what is it about your current setup that isn't something you want in the next setup? Or what needs to be added to that in order to make it what you need. Now, what you want may not absolutely be what works out for what you actually need, and what you need is the very important key there. First off, you want to look at battery life. Next off, you want to look at shape and size. Next, you want to look at what is it built from? How is it constructed? Do you need a very strong mod, or do you want something small, dainty, and possibly breakable? Just so that it's that extra lightness and that type of thing. I mean, nobody wants something to break, but sometimes the mod requires it to be kind of fragile, to be smaller. Also, what kind of connection does it use compared to what you currently use and like? Now, if you use something, let's say XYZ atomizer, maybe you want to go to something else. First off, try that and see if you like it. If you do, switch over to that device's atomizers, cartomizers, whatever else. For the most part, you don't really need a variable voltage device. I'm going to say that right off the bat. Here's why. You can tailor any device to vape the way you like based off the ohms of the atomizer. All you're doing between voltages and atomizers or cartomizers is creating current. That current between the amperage, the voltage, and the ohms of resistance are going to give you that vape. You could get a 5-volt filling off of a 1.8 ohm atomizer. You can get a 6-volt filling pretty much off of a 1.5-ish ohm. It's more in between, like a 5.3-ish. You could actually do the math and figure it out for yourself. I don't really have time for that, and I'm a little tired, as you can see from my eyes. So, basically, figure out what shape, size, and mall you want. That's going to narrow that search quite down a lot. Then if you decide that you do not want juice fed, or you do want juice fed, that's going to narrow off 2 big branches right there. And then, if you don't want 510 or 306, that's going to put you in a whole different bracket as well. And that's going to help people figure out what it is that you actually need. Then you can bring to the table, out of the devices that you actually have and the choices, to the veterans and say, listen, out of these mods, tell me the pros and cons. Now, you don't want to just ask them straight out which one of these to use, because they may just be a fan of one or the other, or they may have no experience whatsoever in those mods. Tell them to list the pros and cons, and anything they've actually used, not heard about or anything to that effect, because if you haven't used it, you shouldn't give any information based off of what other people have said about a mod through forums or anything else. That's a quick tip of the day, and if you have any other questions or anything that you want me to go ahead and answer, drop them below and I will get to them ASAP just for you. You have a wonderful day and keep vaping your face off. Bye bye.